Over 5,000 years ago, while much of the world still wandered in tribes, something extraordinary happened across one vast continent. Not once, but many times, civilizations were born. In the valleys of the Indus River, cities rose with running water and brick roads. In the Yellow River Basin, emperors were crowned beneath the stars. And in the lush lands, temples touched the sky, long before the Roman Empire was even a dream. All of this happened at the same time. This continent became the cradle of writing, religion, science, silk, spice, and the stories that shaped the soul of the world. This is Asia. A land where mountains have spirits, rivers carry memories, and traditions run deeper than time. From the frozen steppes of Mongolia to the tropical islands of Indonesia, the beauty here is endless, woven with color, sound, and silence. So, how did one continent give birth to so many worlds? And why does its spirit still pull us in? Thousands of years later. Stay tuned, because we're about to journey across Asia like never before. Through places and stories no one has ever truly told you. Have you ever seen a place so strange it looks like it's from another planet? That's Socotra, a remote island in the Indian Ocean that belongs to Yemen. It's famous for its alien-looking landscapes, with twisted trees and plants that grow nowhere else on Earth. About 1/3 of all the plants on Socotra are completely unique, like the dragon's blood tree with its red sap. The island is around 132 kilometers long and was named a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2008 because of its rare nature. People called Socotrans live here and speak Arabic and a special local language called Socotri. Over the years, many different groups have controlled Socotra, like the Portuguese, British, and even the Soviet Navy. Today, it's ruled by a local Yemeni group called the Southern Transitional Council, and it's not always peaceful. But even with all the changes and challenges, Socotra still feels like one of the most mysterious places on Earth. Now, before we move on to the next destination, we've got an interesting question for you. Which country is known as the land of the rising sun? Drop your answer in the comments below. No one sets foot in Tibet without being transformed by it. And once you've witnessed the vast, awe-inspiring expanse of the snowy mountains, it becomes impossible to return to a narrow, ordinary life. Tibet, nestled high in the Himalayas, is the highest region on Earth, with an average elevation of over 4,000 meters. Here, the majestic Mount Everest towers at an astonishing 8,848 meters, a true testament to nature's power. Historically, Tibet was home to a powerful empire that flourished in the 7th century, extending its influence far beyond the plateau. Despite its complex history of rule and conquest, Tibet remains a land where spirituality and breathtaking natural beauty dominate the landscape. Tibetan Buddhism deeply influences the culture, from the stunning monasteries that dot the region to the art, music, and festivals that celebrate it. As you stand at the edge of this ancient land, you can't help but feel that there is more here than meets the eye. A culture, a history, and a landscape that continue to call out to the curious soul. Tibet is not just a place to visit. It's a journey that touches the heart, changes your perspective, and leaves a lasting impression on your spirit. If you are watching this, please click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Hoi An, a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1999, is a charming city in Vietnam's Quang Nam province, known for its tranquil beauty and rich history. The town's Old Town area is a well-preserved example of a Southeast Asian trading port, dating back to the 15th to 19th centuries. The Thu Bon River flows gently through the heart of Hoi An, passing by crumbling shophouses, weathered pagodas, and the iconic 16th to 17th century Japanese bridge. Hoi An's name, meaning peaceful meeting place, reflects its historical role as a center for commerce and cultural exchange. Historically known as FIFO, the town has been influenced by a blend of indigenous and foreign cultures, evident in its unique street plans and architecture. Unlike modern cities, Hoi An remains largely unaffected by heavy traffic and pollution, preserving its serene atmosphere and timeless charm. The city is also part of the Aksu Lao Cham Hoi An Biosphere Reserve, highlighting its environmental importance. Once a major trading port, Hoi An's riverside setting and graceful architecture still capture the essence of its vibrant past. Did you know that the Himalayas are still growing? Every year, the range rises by about an inch as the Indian tectonic plate continues to push against the massive Eurasian plate below. This continuous movement has formed the highest peaks on Earth, including Mount Everest, which towers at over 29,000 feet. The Himalayas stretch across 5 countries: Nepal, India, China, Pakistan, and Bhutan, creating a natural barrier that shapes the climate and cultures of the region. To many, these mountains are sacred, believed to be the dwelling place of gods, and have deep spiritual significance. Despite their towering beauty, the Himalayas are not just a geographical feature, they are alive, constantly shifting and changing. The glaciers that feed rivers like the Ganges and Indus are retreating, threatening the ecosystems and millions of people who rely on them. The growing presence of human activity also puts pressure on this delicate environment. Yet, in their raw beauty and power, the Himalayas remain a testament to the Earth's ability to create something truly magnificent. Over 1,500 years ago, a king built his palace on a 590-foot-high rock, defying nature itself. This is Sigiriya, the Lion's Rock, an ancient fortress and palace that has captivated visitors for centuries. Located in the heart of Sri Lanka, Sigiriya was constructed by King Kashyapa in the 5th century, after he seized the throne through a brutal coup against his father, King Datusena. Fearing retaliation from his exiled half-brother Moggallana, Kashyapa moved his capital here, choosing the towering rock for its natural defense. What makes Sigiriya even more extraordinary is the massive lion's gate that still stands at the foot of the rock, a giant stone lion that once greeted those who climbed its steep steps. The summit housed a royal palace with elaborate frescoes, intricate designs, and water gardens that were the epitome of luxury. However, after just 18 years of reign, King Kashyapa's dreams crumbled when his brother Moggallana returned from exile with an army to reclaim the throne. In a tragic twist of fate, Kashyapa's forces abandoned him during battle, and he ended his life by falling on his own sword. With Kashyapa's death, Sigiriya was abandoned and transformed into a Buddhist monastery, where it remained until the 14th century. Sigiriya remains a UNESCO World Heritage Site, preserved in stunning detail, and is one of the most remarkable examples of ancient urban planning and architecture. You might think of Vietnam's charm lying in its ancient towns and sleepy villages, but Da Nang is rewriting the script. This once quiet coastal city is now one of the fastest changing places in the country. Modern hotels sparkle along the Han River, and dramatic new bridges connect neighborhoods that barely existed a decade ago. South of the city, luxury resorts stretch along the sand, where American soldiers once came for rest during the war. Head inland and you'll find Ba Na Hills, where a 5-kilometer cable car lifts you into the clouds, and to the famous Golden Bridge held by giant stone hands. Just a short drive away, the ancient ruins of My Son whisper stories from over 1,000 years ago, and the marble mountains rise mysteriously from the beach. Da Nang is also a gateway to other treasures like Hoi An and Hoi, both UNESCO World Heritage Sites. And let's not forget the food. This region is known for bold, beautiful flavors like mi kwang noodles and crispy ban seo. It's a city where history and high-rises meet, and where Vietnam's future is being built before your eyes. If you've ever dreamed of exploring an island paradise, Ko Ang Thong is the place for you. Ko Ang Thong, or the Ang Thong National Park, is a beautiful group of islands in the Gulf of Thailand. This stunning park covers 42 islands, offering crystal-clear waters, lush jungle, and dramatic limestone hills. It's the perfect place for outdoor adventures like snorkeling, kayaking, and hiking. One of the best ways to explore is by taking a guided tour, which often includes lunch and snorkel gear. The park is famous for its stunning marine life, including colorful fish, sea turtles, and even dusky monkey. If you're a fan of The Beach by Alex Garland, you'll be happy to know the islands inspired the novel and movie. The area has some uninhabited islands, while others, like Ko Ang, have small villages. To get there, you can catch a boat from nearby islands like Ko Samui, Ko Pha Ngan, or Ko Tao. Imagine standing on top of a hill in the Philippines with over 1,700 otherworldly mounds stretching as far as the eye can see, each one a natural wonder centuries in the making. This is Chocolate Hills, one of the most iconic landmarks in Bohol. These conical hills are covered in lush green grass during the wet season, but as the dry months set in, they turn a rich chocolate brown, giving the landscape its signature look. The hills vary in height from 30 to 120 meters, and they are spread across a vast 50 square kilometer area. The true origin of these hills remains a mystery, but experts believe they were formed over millions of years through a combination of limestone erosion and tectonic shifts. Today, these majestic formations stand as a testament to the natural beauty and geological history of the region. The Chocolate Hills are not just a visual marvel, they are also a national geological monument, and efforts are being made to preserve this unique landscape for generations to come. Is this magical place on your travel bucket list? Comment 1 if you've been, or 2 if it's still a dream you'd love to make real. The Great Wall is so long, it crosses more than 23 degrees of longitude, and in some places, it disappears into the desert, swallowed by time. It took over 2,000 years to build, across 15 provinces, with bricks made by hand and stones pulled up mountains. It's the largest human-made structure on Earth, and still, most of it is crumbling quietly into dust. But behind every stone lies the story of a civilization trying to protect what mattered most. Built through dynasties, droughts, and wars, the wall was a silent witness to centuries of struggle between farmers of the south and nomads of the north. It was more than just a barrier. It was a strategy, a warning, a symbol of unity in a land too vast to control. Watchtowers rose every few miles, where soldiers once kept their eyes on the horizon, waiting for smoke signals to appear in the wind. Some sections weave through jagged cliffs and icy peaks, where men worked and died just to lay a single stone. And though parts have vanished into the sand or been lost to time, the spirit of the wall still stands, firm, proud, and eternal. More than 200 glaciers, towering peaks, and a medieval village tucked into a hidden valley. This is Mestia, Georgia's best-kept secret. Nestled high in the Caucasus Mountains, Mestia is a place where time seems to slow, and nature reigns supreme. The village is surrounded by majestic peaks, including Shkara, the highest mountain in Georgia, towering over everything at nearly 5,200 meters. The heart of Mestia is its Svan Towers, ancient stone fortresses built to protect the locals from invaders and harsh winters. Some of these towers are over 1,000 years old, standing tall like guardians of the land and its people. Mestia isn't just a place to visit. It's a journey through history, where the past and present come together in the rhythm of daily life. In summer, the lush valleys bloom with wildflowers, while in winter, the snow transforms the landscape into a serene, almost mystical world. It's a place that has remained largely untouched by time, and its rich history and culture are still very much alive today. We gather info from many sources. If you notice anything off or have something to add, just drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Did you know that just a few decades ago, the entire world was unaware of the hidden world of Ladakh. Tucked between the snow-covered peaks of the Himalayas and the Karakoram Range, this remote region was a secret. Its unique culture, history, and breathtaking landscapes barely known to the outside world. For centuries, Ladakh remained a kingdom of mystery, nestled high in the mountains, isolated from the rest of the world by its rugged terrain and harsh climate. But as borders shifted and trade routes closed, Ladakh's rich heritage and stunning scenery began to slowly open up to the world. Here, towering peaks rise above deep valleys, and rivers carved by centuries of glacial melt snake through the land, creating a dramatic contrast of life and desolation. Ladakh has also played a significant role in the history of the region, acting as a crossroads for ancient trade routes between India, Tibet, and Central Asia. The traditional Ladakhi way of life, largely influenced by Tibetan Buddhism, is still visible, with ancient gompas perched on cliffs and bright prayer flags fluttering in the wind. For those who venture into this forgotten world, Ladakh offers not only beauty, but also a deep spiritual connection, rooted in its centuries-old traditions and peaceful surroundings. Raja Ampat, an archipelago of 1,500 islands, holds over 600 species of coral and over 1,500 species of fish. This hidden paradise, located off the northwest tip of New Guinea, is part of the Coral Triangle, the richest marine ecosystem on Earth. Its waters are alive with color and motion, from tiny cleaner shrimp to graceful manta rays and massive whale sharks. Warm ocean currents, shallow reefs, and sheltered lagoons create a perfect home for life to thrive. Above the water, limestone cliffs covered in green rise from the sea, and quiet beaches stretch untouched, offering peace only found in the most remote corners of the world. Archaeological finds show that humans arrived over 50,000 years ago, when some islands were still connected to New Guinea by land. Though the islands remain wild and breathtaking, fragile beauty never lasts without care, and efforts are quietly unfolding to protect this wonder before it slips away. A spear that pierced the side of Christ, hidden for centuries, once lay here, In a remote Armenian gorge, the Geghard Monastery became the keeper of this sacred relic, one of the most important Christian artifacts in history. For 500 years, it remained a symbol of faith, even as empires rose and fell. Founded in the 4th century by St. Gregory the Illuminator, the monastery's original name was Novarank, meaning monastery in the cave. The monks here didn't just build, they carved, sculpting entire churches into the living rock, blending the sacred with the natural beauty surrounding them. Over the centuries, the monastery became more than just a place of worship. It was a center of learning, a sanctuary for pilgrims, and a symbol of resilience in times of war. The Geghard Monastery withstood invasions and earthquakes, each time rising from the ashes like a phoenix of faith. Geghard Monastery stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a reminder of both Armenia's rich Christian history and its people's enduring strength and devotion. Did you know that just 700 years ago, an artist carved one of the most intricate religious monuments ever seen in Armenia? Novarank Monastery, a 13th century wonder, holds the secret to an artistic legacy that almost got lost in time. This masterpiece, hidden deep in a narrow gorge, was once at the heart of a religious renaissance in Armenia. The monastery was founded in 1105 by Bishop Hovhannes and quickly became a central hub for both religion and culture in the region. One of the most remarkable features of Novarank is the Serb Astvatsatsin Church, which was completed in 1339. Designed by the famous sculptor Momek, this church is a testament to his artistry, with every inch of its stonework carved with intricate details and religious symbols. Despite being damaged by earthquakes over the centuries, the monastery remains a symbol of Armenia's resilience and devotion to preserving its heritage. Visitors today are still awestruck by the beauty of Novarank, a place where art, faith, and history blend seamlessly together. Imagine a place where mountains meet the sky, their reflection mirrored in the crystal clear waters of a lake so vast it feels like an ocean. Kaptai Lake may appear to be a peaceful retreat, but it's a reminder of how human ambitions can shape the land. Formed in the late 1950s by the construction of the Kaptai Dam on the Karnafuli River, the lake is a testament to both human engineering and sacrifice. Over 54,000 acres of fertile farmland were submerged to create this massive reservoir, displacing thousands of families and drowning villages that once thrived in this region. What was once a bustling agricultural area became an expansive, tranquil lake stretching over 725 square kilometers. Today, it serves as a hub for both local life and tourism, with its winding roads between hills, cascading waterfalls, and endless blue waters offering visitors an unforgettable view. But the beauty of Kaptai Lake hides the complex story of its creation, where the rush to build power plants for East Pakistan led to the loss of cultural heritage and homes for the indigenous people of the region. Amidst its serene waters, the submerged remains of the Chakma King's palace still lie hidden, a silent reminder of a kingdom lost to the depths. Though the lake now attracts tourists from around the world, it also calls on us to remember the stories and sacrifices beneath its calm surface. Just a few decades ago, the world didn't know the full scale of Angkor Wat. It wasn't until the 19th century that explorers uncovered this lost marvel, revealing a vast city, a breathtaking wonder of architecture, and a symbol of Cambodia's ancient glory. Built in the early 12th century by King Suryavarman II, Angkor Wat was originally dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu. But as the centuries passed, it slowly transformed into a Buddhist temple, reflecting Cambodia's evolving religious landscape. Stretching across more than 400 square kilometers, the Angkor complex includes over 1,000 temples, each with its own unique story. What sets Angkor Wat apart from the others is its sheer scale and architectural perfection. With its massive galleries, towering spires, and intricately carved stone reliefs. The temple is a stunning example of classical Khmer architecture, with each stone meticulously placed, some weighing several tons, without the use of mortar. Many of the carvings depict stories from Hindu epics, like the Ramayana and Mahabharata, offering a glimpse into the rich cultural and spiritual heritage of the Khmer Empire. Through centuries of conflict and neglect, Angkor Wat has remained remarkably intact, standing as a symbol of resilience and the enduring power of Cambodian identity. As the heart of Cambodia, it remains an enduring beacon of history, culture, and faith, captivating those who seek to uncover its secrets. Perhaps it's no coincidence that Bali has become the world's most sought-after destination. Its very essence seems to draw people in like a magnetic force. There's something truly mystical about Bali, where nature and culture are in perfect harmony, and every corner feels imbued with a sense of spirituality. The island is home to vibrant traditions, where centuries-old ceremonies, intricate dances, and rich art forms still thrive today. It's the only Hindu-majority province in Indonesia, with its spiritual heart beating in its temples, rice terraces, and sacred mountains. Bali's famous Subak irrigation system, which has been used for over 1,000 years, is a marvel of ancient engineering that still sustains the island's rice fields. The island's biodiversity is equally extraordinary. Located at the center of the Coral Triangle, home to some of the world's richest marine life. Despite the pressures of tourism, Bali remains resilient, preserving its unique traditions while evolving with the times, a testament to its enduring spirit. Bali is more than just a paradise. It's a place where ancient wisdom meets modern-day wonder, inviting all who visit to experience the extraordinary. Every paradise has a hidden pain, and Ayia Napa carries centuries of it beneath its joyful surface. The beauty here was shaped not just by waves and wind, but by love, exile, and quiet devotion. Long before it became a seaside retreat, this land was covered in deep forest, silent, untouched, almost forgotten. It was here that a noblewoman, heartbroken and alone, found shelter in a cave, far from the world that had turned her away. Over time, that cave became sacred, and a monastery slowly rose around it, carved by hand, stone by stone. Even now, in the center of town, that old monastery still stands, its worn arches and soft light, telling stories older than memory. The name Ayia Napa means holy forest, a beautiful echo of the trees that once whispered above these stones. And while the forest has faded, the spirit of peace still lingers in the air. You can feel it as the sea breeze moves gently through narrow streets, brushing past blooming bougainvillea and sunlit courtyards. Ayia Napa may be known for its beaches today, but at its heart, it's still a place of refuge, grace, and quiet strength. Hidden in the hills of Kyoto, this sacred trail holds over 10,000 bright red torii gates, and every single one tells a story. They stretch like a never-ending tunnel through the forest, winding up the slopes of Mount Inari, each one placed there by someone hoping for luck or giving thanks for dreams come true. Some are small, others are grand, but all carry the names of those who donated them, families, shopkeepers, even entire companies. The earliest gates appeared in the Edo period hundreds of years ago, and new ones still arrive today. This isn't just a tourist trail, it's a living prayer, written in wood and painted in vermilion. Along the way, fox statues peek from corners, watching silently. In Shinto belief, foxes are messengers of the rice god Inari, and fried tofu is left as an offering, their favorite food, they say. Here, people don't just walk for photos. They walk for peace, for healing, and sometimes for answers only the mountain can hear. Even after centuries, Fushimi Inari isn't just visited, it's felt, one quiet step at a time. In a city of ancient wonders, Kiyomizu-dera does the impossible. It stands for centuries without a single nail. Built in 778, this temple has survived fires, earthquakes, and time itself, balanced delicately on a wooden stage, 43 feet above the hillside. The massive platform was crafted using traditional Japanese joinery, timbers interlocked with no metal, only precision and faith. The name Kiyomizu means pure water, drawn from the Otowa waterfall that still flows beneath the main hall. Legends say if you jump from the temple's balcony and survive, your wish will come true, a belief so strong that over 200 people actually tried. This bold leap of faith became part of local idioms. To jump off the stage at Kiyomizu means to take a big risk. Beyond its architectural grandeur, Kiyomizu-dera is a living place of prayer, where the spiritual energy can be felt in every corner. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this temple continues to be a place where people come to reflect, seek blessings, and find peace. You won't believe it until you see it. Wild monkeys bathing in natural hot springs just like humans. This only happens at Jigokudani Monkey Park, deep in the snowy mountains of Nagano, where winter temperatures drop below freezing. Here, Japanese macaques, nicknamed snow monkeys, come down from the cliffs to soak in thermal pools. The behavior started in the 1960s, when one clever monkey copied the humans nearby and stepped into a hot spring. Soon, others followed, and now the habit is passed on through generations, not taught by humans, but by monkey mothers to their young. Each macaque has a place in the social order, and the dominant ones always get the best spots in the warmest water. The monkeys aren't tame, but they've learned to tolerate humans, keeping their distance while going about their lives. The park is named Jigokudani, or Hell Valley, because of the bubbling ground and steam. But the only thing burning here is the water's warmth. No fences, no tricks, just nature, patience, and a surprising moment of calm in the heart of a frozen land. Carved into the rose-red cliffs of southern Jordan, Petra is a city that feels like it belongs to another world. Founded in the 4th century BC, this ancient desert city was once a thriving hub for trade, connecting civilizations from Asia, Africa, and Europe. Its stunning architecture, particularly the intricate facades of its rock-cut tombs and temples, was a testament to the advanced engineering and artistic talents of the Nabateans. One of Petra's most iconic structures, Al-Khazneh, or the Treasury, stands like a grand monument carved directly into the sandstone, its beauty untouched by time. For centuries, Petra was a bustling metropolis, but over time, the city fell into ruin as trade routes shifted and the region faced invasions and natural disasters. Despite its decline, Petra's legacy has endured, largely hidden from the world, until its rediscovery by Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt in 1812. Today, the archaeological site is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, offering a glimpse into an extraordinary civilization that thrived in the harsh desert landscape. As visitors walk through the Esaik, a narrow canyon leading into Petra, they are transported back in time, stepping into the footsteps of ancient traders, explorers, and conquerors. The city's designs still inspire modern architecture and urban planning, proving that even the harshest conditions can nurture ingenuity. Aksu Canyon is a breathtaking landscape carved by nature itself, where towering cliffs rise above a deep, winding river. This natural wonder, located in Kazakhstan's Ili River Valley, has been shaped over millions of years, a product of both natural forces and the passage of time. For centuries, the canyon has been a source of awe and inspiration for locals, and its name, Aksu, means white water, referencing the powerful crystal-clear river that cuts through the canyon floor. In ancient times, the canyon served as a key passage for nomadic tribes who roamed the steppes, using its terrain as a natural route for trade and travel. The area is rich in archaeological significance, with evidence of prehistoric settlements scattered throughout the canyon and surrounding hills. In the waters off the southern coast of Korea lies Jeju Island, a place where myth and nature converge in the most spectacular way. Legend has it that Jeju was formed by the tears of a goddess who wept over the tragic loss of her love, creating the island's volcanic landscape. The island is home to a number of sacred sites that are said to be blessed by the gods, where nature and spirituality intertwine seamlessly. Jeju is also famous for its haenyeo, female divers who brave the ocean depths to collect seafood, an ancient tradition passed down through generations. One of the most enduring myths of Jeju is the tale of the three grandmothers who created the island, using their magical powers to shape the land and bless the people with good fortune. Jeju is more than just a scenic paradise. It is a living canvas of folklore and spiritual history that has shaped its culture for centuries. The island's natural beauty is matched only by the strength of its myths, which continue to captivate the hearts of both locals and visitors alike. Imagine a lake where the trees don't grow above the surface, but instead they rise from it. It sounds impossible, doesn't it? But in Kazakhstan, the dead lake flips nature's rules upside down. Lake Kandy, nestled in the Chonorekti Gorge of the Tian Shan Mountains, is one of the most unique natural wonders in the world. The lake was formed over a century ago after a massive earthquake triggered a landslide, blocking the flow of a river and submerging a forest. Today, the forest still stands, its spruce tree trunks rising eerily from the lake's surreal blue waters, a chilling yet beautiful sight. With water temperatures rarely rising above 6 degrees Celsius, the cold preserves the submerged trees, keeping them almost perfectly intact. The water itself changes color throughout the day, shifting from greenish hues to striking blues, depending on the light and weather, making each view of the lake unique. Though it's a short drive from Almaty, Kendi Lake sees fewer tourists, which only adds to its mystique and allure. Once just a quiet farming village, Vang Vieng began its story long ago in 1353 as a resting place between two royal cities. Back then, it was called Moang Song, named after a king's body said to have floated down the river, a story that still lingers in the local memory. Later, when the French arrived in the 1890s, they renamed it Vang Vieng, and the town slowly began to change. During the war, this peaceful place became home to a secret U.S. airbase called Lima Site 6, and even today, the old runway is still visible from above. After the war, Vang Vieng faded back into quiet life, until backpackers in the 1990s discovered its wild beauty and turned it into a hub for adventure. They came to float down the Nam Song River, climb the tall cliffs, and explore the deep, echoing caves. With cool mountain air, limestone peaks, and a river that reflects the sky, Vang Vieng is once again a place to breathe, to wonder, and to listen to the past. They say peace has a sound, and here at Tanjung Ru Beach, it whispers through the casuarina trees swaying gently by the sea. This quiet stretch of coast sits at the northern tip of Langkawi, where the blue Andaman Sea meets soft white sand that feels like silk beneath your feet. The name comes from Malay. Tanjung means cape, and Ru honors the tall, wispy casuarina trees that have stood here for centuries. Clear, shallow waters make it easy to swim, snorkel, or glide across the bay in a kayak, with colorful marine life just beneath the surface. Tanjung Ru is part of a UNESCO Global Geopark, a reminder that nature here isn't just lovely, it's rare and protected. Even filmmakers from around the world have chosen this beach to capture its untouched charm on screen. Here, every breeze, every wave, every tree tells you, this isn't just a beach, it's a quiet corner of paradise that time forgot. Far out in the Indian Ocean, where the sea turns from turquoise to deep blue, there's a slice of paradise called Kuridu Island. This private island in the Maldives feels like it was made for dreams. Quiet beaches, palm trees swaying, and soft white sand that stretches for miles. Surrounded by one of the largest lagoons in the region, Kuridu is known for its crystal clear water that looks like glass under the sun. Below the surface, colorful fish, sea turtles, and coral gardens wait, a living world just beneath your feet. Many visitors stay in overwater villas, where the sea is your backyard, and the stars feel just a little closer at night. Kuridu was once untouched, but now it carefully balances comfort with respect for nature, using solar power, reef-safe practices, and local traditions. In Kuridu, the world feels far away, and that's exactly what makes it unforgettable. Erdene-Zu Monastery, a sacred jewel in the heart of Mongolia, began with a dream and a handful of sacred stones. In 1585, a powerful Mongol ruler ordered a monastery to be built where the heart of the old empire once beat. He had just met the Dalai Lama and brought Buddhism home. Stones from the ruins of ancient Karakoram were lifted, reshaped, and given new life. They built walls not just to protect, but to pray, crowned with 108 white stupas, each one a symbol of peace. But peace in Mongolia never lasted long. Wars came, fires followed, and finally, in 1939, destruction came by the hands of their own. Under communist rule, thousands of monks were killed and temples were torn down, their voices silenced. Only 3 small temples and the wall remained, a fragile breath of what once was. Today, Erdene-Zu is alive again, part museum, part monastery, and entirely sacred. Standing tall on a hill above the Tool River, the Genghis Khan equestrian statue rises like a thunderstorm in steel. At 40 meters high, it is the largest equestrian statue in the world, a titan on horseback, poised in the direction of his birthplace. According to legend, Genghis Khan found a golden whip in this very spot, a sign of fortune that would lead him to build an empire that spanned continents. The monument faces east, toward the sunrise and the land where the great Khan was born. This towering figure isn't just a tribute to a man. It's a symbol of power, destiny, and the unyielding spirit of the Mongol people. The surrounding complex, with its 36 columns representing the Khans who followed him, is a tribute to the dynasty that shaped history. Standing in the shadow of this magnificent statue, it's impossible not to feel the weight of history, the unbroken legacy of an empire that once stretched from the Pacific to the heart of Europe. The Genghis Khan equestrian statue isn't just a monument, it's a reminder of the vast untold stories of the Mongol Empire, an empire born from the strength of one man's vision. High in the Annapurna Sanctuary, nestled among towering peaks, lies Gandruk, a village where time moves slowly, yet its heritage echoes across the hills. At 1,940 meters, this village is not just a destination for trekkers, it's a living testament to the Gurung people's way of life. Legend has it that Mongolians, journeying from Tibet, once settled here, and Gandruk became a vital trading stop between Nepal and Tibet. But it's not just the history that draws people in. Gandruk's breathtaking views of the Himalayas are enough to leave anyone in awe. The village is built into the mountainside, with terraces of rice, maize, and green tea that ripple down toward the valley below. Its compact stone houses, known as dungeni, are crafted from local stone and timber, giving the village its distinct, earthy charm. Today, tourism has brought new life to the village, but Gandruk still holds tightly to its roots, preserving the traditions that have kept it strong for centuries. Coron, located in Palawan, Philippines, is a municipality rich in both history and natural beauty. Originally home to the Tagbanuas, Kalmayananan, and Kuyonon tribes, the town's first Spanish settlement was established in the 17th century in Kulion, just nearby. Coron itself became a key settlement under the Spanish, as it served as a defense against Muslim raids, with the Sandoval clan leading the way in founding the town. In the late 1800s, the American naturalist Dean Worcester passed through Coron while collecting specimens, marking a significant moment in the area's history. The Sandoval family's relocation helped shape the town, and in the early 20th century, Coron officially became the heart of the Calamian Islands. Coron played a role in the reorganization of Palawan's municipalities, with Busuanga separating in 1950 and Linapakan in 1954. Coron remains a hub for the Calamian Islands and is home to the Coron Island Natural Biotic Area, a UNESCO-listed site. The town's rich past continues to influence its thriving community and vibrant tourism industry. Kumana National Park, located on Sri Lanka's southeastern coast, is a birdwatcher's paradise. It's home to over 250 species of birds, including rare migratory species like the black-necked stork and peen-tailed snipe. Every year, thousands of birds fly 9,000 to 11,000 kilometers from Siberia to nest in the park's wetlands. These lagoons and shallow waters are rich with life, supporting everything from waterfowl to elusive species like the fishing cat. The area has been inhabited since ancient times, with rock inscriptions from the 2nd century BC still visible today. Kumana also holds cultural significance, lying along the traditional pilgrimage route to the Hindu temple at Kataragama. Despite its beauty, the park faces threats, with environmentalists concerned about a proposed road that could harm the ecosystem. The delicate balance of nature here is vital for preserving this extraordinary haven for wildlife. Ko Phi is a beautiful group of islands located in the Andaman Sea, about 42 kilometers from Krabi, Thailand. The two main islands, Ko Phi Don and Ko Phi Le, are surrounded by smaller islands like Ko Yung and Ko Mai Phai, These islands are part of the Phi Phi Islands National Park, famous for their stunning beauty and clear blue waters. Ko Phi Phi Don is lively, with Tansai Beach full of beach bars, shops and restaurants. If you're looking for a quieter spot, smaller beaches offer peaceful retreats for honeymooners and families. Ko Phi Phi Lo became famous in the movie The Beach, with Maya Bay's crystal clear water and white sand, surrounded by huge limestone cliffs. Snorkeling and diving are top activities here, where you can swim with leopard sharks and see colorful marine life. The best time to visit is between November and April, when the weather is sunny and dry. And remember, respect local customs by dressing appropriately, especially when you're not at the beach. A Wat Rong Khun, or the White Temple, is one of Chiang Rai's most famous attractions, located in northern Thailand. Built by the talented artist Chalermchai Kositpipat, the temple opened to the public in 1997, and it has since attracted visitors from all over the world. From a distance, it looks like it's made of sparkling porcelain, but up close, you'll see it's actually a blend of white plaster and mirrored glass chips that make it shine so brightly. The temple is still a work in progress and won't be fully completed until 2070. The main structure is a beautiful and unique building, but there will eventually be 9 buildings, including a meditation hall and an art gallery. The White Temple isn't just a place of worship, it's a place for learning and meditation, where people can connect with Buddhist teachings. Chalermchai sees the temple as his offering to Lord Buddha and believes it will give him immortal life. As you walk through, you'll notice the intricate designs, full of symbolism, meant to reflect the journey of life, from suffering to enlightenment. Ha Long Bay, meaning descending dragon, holds within it a rich tapestry of myths and natural wonders. Over 500 million years of evolution have shaped this stunning landscape, where thousands of limestone islands rise dramatically from the sea, each one with its own story. Legend has it that the bay was created by dragons sent by the gods to protect ancient Vietnam from invaders. As the dragons descended, they spat out jewels, which turned into the islands, forming a natural barrier that stopped enemy ships in their tracks. The majestic karsts and emerald waters of Ha Long Bay have been a source of inspiration for poets, artists, and dreamers for centuries. In fact, the bay has been home to ancient cultures for over 18,000 years, with traces of prehistoric human settlements still found in the area. Ha Long Bay is not just a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is a living testament to the resilience of nature and the stories it holds. With over 1,900 islands and an ecosystem teeming with life, it remains one of the most biodiverse regions in the world. There is a masterpiece that took 20,000 workers more than 20 years to complete. Every detail, every design painstakingly crafted to perfection. The Taj Mahal, now one of the world's most celebrated monuments, was once a dream that emerged from the depths of love and loss. Commissioned by Emperor Shah Jahan in 1631, it was built in memory of his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal, who tragically passed away during childbirth. Driven by grief, Shah Jahan's vision was to create an eternal tribute to their love, a monument that would endure long after their lives had ended. Constructed from gleaming white marble, the Taj Mahal features intricate inlays of precious stones and a perfect balance of Indo-Islamic architecture. It was completed in 1648. But the surrounding buildings and gardens continued to be developed until 1653. The monument is set within a stunning complex, including a mosque, a guest house, and beautifully landscaped gardens that represent the divine harmony of paradise. Its symmetrical design, crowned by a grand dome, is a masterpiece of Mughal architecture. The Taj Mahal stands as a symbol of undying love, yet also as a testament to the power of human creativity. It's the river that gives life to millions, a flowing symbol of purity, power, and divinity. The Ganges River is not just the lifeblood of India, it is the embodiment of faith, culture, and history, stretching over 2,500 kilometers from the Himalayas to the Bay of Bengal. More than 400 million people rely on its waters, using it for drinking, agriculture, bathing, and even for spiritual cleansing. The river's significance dates back thousands of years, with many believing it is the physical manifestation of the goddess Ganga, who descended from the heavens to purify the earth. Legends tell of Ganga's descent from the sky, where Lord Shiva caught her in his hair to soften her fall, preventing her destructive force from ravaging the earth. This river has witnessed centuries of history. Ancient civilizations flourished along its banks, including the Mauryas and Guptas, and it has been the cradle of India's spiritual practices. In the holy city of Varanasi, people come to the Ganges to seek moksha, the liberation from the cycle of rebirth, believing that a dip in its waters will purify their soul. Though its spiritual significance is immense, the Ganges also faces the challenges of pollution, industrial waste, and overcrowding, threats that have put its future at risk. The river remains a powerful force, not only in Indian religion and culture, but also in the battle to preserve the natural environment for future generations. Think snow only falls from the sky? Then how do you explain this shining white mountain in the heart of sun-soaked Turkey, untouched by winter? What looks like a frozen waterfall is actually made of stone, and it's warm to the touch. This surreal landscape is called Pamukkale, meaning cotton castle in Turkish, a name as dreamy as the view itself. Formed by thermal waters rich in calcium carbonate, these dazzling terraces have been slowly built over thousands of years. The hot springs flow from cliffs nearly 200 meters high, depositing mineral-rich water that hardens into smooth white travertine. Long before tourists arrived, the ancient Greeks and Romans soaked here, believing the waters held healing powers. Above the terraces lies the ruined city of Hierapolis, once a spiritual center and spa town for the Roman elite. Pamukkale is not only a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it's living proof that nature can sculpt beauty greater than any artist. Cappadocia, a mystical region in central Turkey, is known for its unique fairy chimneys and rock-hewn churches. The name Cappadocia comes from the ancient Persian word meaning land of the good horses. This region was once home to ancient civilizations like the Hittites and Persians, and it became a refuge for early Christians who carved underground cities to escape persecution. A must-do in Cappadocia is a hot air balloon ride at sunrise, where hundreds of balloons fill the sky in a breathtaking display. The stunning landscape was formed by volcanic eruptions millions of years ago, creating soft rock layers easily carved into by humans. The Gourmet Open Air Museum, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, showcases ancient churches and frescoes carved into the rocks. Every path and valley in Cappadocia tells a story of the region's rich history and culture. This land is the perfect blend of natural wonders and cultural heritage, making it a unique destination for travelers. Of Mount Koyasan, a spiritual destination with over 1,200 years of history. The temple complex on Mount Koyasan was founded in 816 by the revered monk Kobo Daishi, who also established the Shingon sect of Buddhism in Japan. Today, Koyasan is home to 117 temples, with the most well-known being Okunoin and Danjo-garan. As the headquarters of the Shingon sect, Koyasan has preserved its spiritual essence for more than 12 centuries, embracing a philosophy of openness and acceptance regardless of ethnicity or religion. To this day, monks at Okunoin continue to offer 2 meals daily to Kobo Daishi, honoring a ritual that has been part of their tradition for generations. Yet, in Buddhism, the journey often holds more meaning than the destination. The stone path to Okunoin winds through a vast, ancient forest of towering cedar trees, passing over 200,000 moss-covered gravestones and memorials. Here, powerful samurai and members of the imperial family lie side by side, with modern business leaders and industrialists, a striking blend of the sacred and the secular. Did you know that only a few years ago, Mount Bromo was still erupting with such fury that flights had to be canceled and locals were forced to evacuate? Yet, despite this, it continues to attract visitors from around the world, with its raw power and mystical beauty untouched. At 2,392 meters tall, Mount Bromo isn't Indonesia's highest volcano, but its dramatic landscape sets it apart. It's not just a mountain, it's a sacred site, deeply rooted in the culture of the Tengger people who live nearby. They believe that Mount Bromo is a place of both destruction and rebirth, where the gods reside and where rituals are performed to appease the forces of nature. Every year, during the Kasada festival, the Tengger people make offerings to the volcano, throwing vegetables, chickens, and money into its fiery crater, a tradition that's been passed down for generations. The belief is that the volcano's anger can be soothed, and the land will continue to provide for the people who call this dangerous yet breathtaking place home. As the first rays of light break over the horizon, they illuminate the sea of sand below, with Mount Bromo's smoking crater in the foreground and Mount Semeru, Indonesia's highest volcano, looming in the distance. But there's something magical about it. A reminder of nature's power and the stories that have shaped this land for centuries. The pagan temple of Garni is located in the Garni village Kotaik region, on the territory of Garni Fortress. Garni Fortress was established in BC 3rd to 2nd centuries on a beautiful cape, shielded on three sides by rocks. During the reign of the Artaxiad and Arsacid dynasty, it also served as a royal summer retreat. Although the historical record concerning the Temple of Garni is limited, it seems likely that the temple was first constructed upon the orders of King Tiridates IV of Armenia, sometime around 70 to 80 CE. On the territory of the fortress, there are many remarkable historical and archaeological monuments. But the highlight of the complex is the pagan temple dedicated to the god of the sun, Mithras. It is a Greek-style peripteral building surrounded by 24 columns and a Roman-style platform with 9 steps and a height of 2.5 meters. The 24 columns of the temple symbolize the 24 hours of the day, and the number of steps, the 9 social classes accepted in ancient Armenia. In 2011, the complex received the renowned award of the UNESCO Greece Melina Mercouri International Prize. They say a god once split this mountain with a single swing of his axe, all to let a river run free. Mount Hua was born from myth, shaped by spirits, and watched over by gods. For centuries, people believed this sacred peak held the gateway between earth and the heavens. Clinging to its cliffs are ancient Taoist temples, where whispers of prayer still float through the mountain air. Even today, traces of those old dreams remain, etched into stone paths and hanging chains, where every step feels like a step into legend. As we wrap up our journey through this incredible continent, we can't help but reflect on the unforgettable experiences we've shared, from the breathtaking landscapes to the vibrant cultures that make Asia truly one of a kind. Every corner of this vast land holds a story, a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Whether you're wandering through ancient temples or savoring flavors that linger long after the meal, Asia has a way of leaving its mark on you. And while we've come to the end of this chapter, remember, the adventure never truly ends. There's always more to explore, more to uncover, and more memories to be made. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, take care and see you soon.